I had one, I just forgot it.
That happens to me all the time.
AquaMethodPodcast. Nonconformist, positive nonsense. AquaMethodPodcast. Nonconformist, positive nonsense.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy GP and rocking with me on the Aqua Method Podcast. And as always, you can find me on Twitter, GrasshopperGP, Instagram, GrasshopperGP, both of which spelled normally, no special characters, numbers, emojis, underscores, anything crazy like that, none of them crazy kid things. GrasshopperGP, Instagram, and Twitter. Send me an email at GrasshopperGP@yahoo.com for any types of sponsorships, advertisements, or if you just have something nice to say about the podcast. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who likes, shares, views, retweets. I really do appreciate it. I can't tell you that enough. You are listening to this and watching this on GrasshopperGP Official. That's Grasshopper with 3 S's because when I made the account, I couldn't spell. GrasshopperGP Official, 3 S's is a YouTube account. Huh?
Said don't let nobody know that.
Oh, they gotta know, man. Gotta make sure they understand, man. Like, well, I was trying to find my own account and I couldn't find it. And then when I looked it up, it had 3 S's. I'm like,
Shit happens.
yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
This old goofy cat right here is old man Pierce. So don't get alarmed. He's not a crazy man.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just
okay.
a rough-looking fella because he is 379 years old.
Hard to believe. I've seen it all happen.
He's seen it all. What's going on, Pierce?
Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot, dude. It's just hot as hell outside, and I was just dealing with it.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. It is very warm out there. It's very hot. And for y'all that don't know, Pierce was on the show about 5 or 6 episodes ago.
Yeah, almost a month ago.
And he works with me. If y'all didn't listen to that one, he works with me at the station that we work at. He's an audio guy, and he's an old dirty sucker.
I'm just an old dirty bastard.
Right.
You know, if you ever seen the movie Dirty Grandpa, I'm kind of like De Niro, but I look more like Zac Efron.
There you go. There you go.
I'm not as old as De Niro, I'll put it that way. But close enough. We'll just leave it there.
He's one of my favorite people to work with because he don't care and he say what is on his mind, and he's a very funny guy and he's a very honest guy, you know. And
Appreciate that.
and
I try to be.
and we was talking. There was a group of us because we all have at least some directing experience at the station. And it was me, Pierce, and 2 guys, Reggie and Jared, and we was all talking about music
Right.
back in the day. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
And again, Pierce is 379 years old, so
Yeah.
he's seen all the music.
Oh man, every genre that was ever invented, I think I've seen it.
You know, so we was talking about how the music done changed, and that's what I wanted to get on. That's what our primary focus of today's show is how music done changed. You know, from then to now. I mean, I'm 28, so it's changed, and it's changed a lot to me, in my view.
Oh, it
you know?
has changed a lot, just in at least even a shorter period of time than that. You know.
Because we was talking about it, and I thought it was a good idea. You know.
Well, that's actually a really excellent idea. Matter of fact, it's probably the best subject that I know of right now. So, I'm a big fan of a lot of different things. I mean, obviously, I'm a big rock and metal fan, but I mean, I do love a lot of different types of music. I don't know, when I was a kid back in the 70s, I mean, it was really, really cool. I mean, we listened to a lot of like old school stuff like Elton John, Rolling Stones, James Brown, Aretha Franklin. I mean, we listened to a lot of that stuff. Fast Domino. So
Fast Domino.
Oh yeah, my dad's a big Fast Domino fan, man. Oh yeah, we did listen to a lot of Fast Domino.
All right, Pierce. So before we go any further, tell people about your band.
Oh yeah. Everybody who's out there around the Lafayette and Acadiana area, I'm in a pretty much a Louisiana metal underground band.
Swamp Pop.
Yeah, it's extreme swamp pop. Man, you 2-step really fast to it. Anyway, we're called Pixel Creep. That's PIXELCREEP, one word. You can find. We have a Facebook page. We're working on getting a demo. We're trying to do it. We're pretty much doing everything ourselves because we don't have any money. And but we're
As most bands.
As most bands around here, and if you are out there and you do like music, please go out there and support your local scene. Lafayette's got a lot of great acts out there. Regardless if you like rock or metal anyway, they have a lot of great different things that are out there. So please go and support local acts.
There you go. But yeah, so from the time when you was, let's say, what you think is the most formative years for a music listener? Like your teenage years?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
I guess I think that probably is one of the most impressional times, I guess, for anybody's life. That and when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Like when you're from the ages, let's say 5 to, I think, probably 10. Maybe something like that. I mean, it's almost like you have a group of music that sticks out in your mind from that particular time of your life, regardless if it was good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then when you're a teenager, because you're a teenager and you're going through all your hormone trouble, changes and puberty,
And the women
and popularity and things like that. And then you experience a different, more set of emotions then.
Mm.
So it's either happy, sad, or you have a lot of both. And I mean, and then so maybe what you listen to as a kid doesn't really catch you anymore. So you find something else that kind of fits your emotion, I guess you could say, you know, your needs. And that's kind of what I did. I kind of just went with what I felt. I mean, I was into a lot of just regular stuff when I was a kid. I mean, and then all of a sudden I had my cousin was real big into metal, and first thing we started listening to, honestly, it's kind of funny, it was like Bon Jovi. You know?
Really?
We started listening, and I was like, man, what is that? I freaked me out. I was like, wow, that sounds really cool. The organ and then the guitar sounds awesome together. So I fell in love with it. Started buying records, and I listened to a lot of it. I used to skateboard, listen to a lot of stuff. I was skateboarding, and then all of a sudden I discovered Metallica, and that blew my mind. So it was like 1986, I think, and
Never Free Lemonade.
Yeah. Everybody who doesn't know, go listen to the Unforgiven on the Black Album. When you hear the chorus, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, like the director at the station, Reggie, during the morning show, he was listening to it before, you know, because me and him go at the earliest for the production crew, and he was listening to Metallica, and he was listening to what the song called?
The Unforgiven.
The Unforgiven. And what's the actual lyric?
It's I think it's Never Free.
Never Made.
Yeah, Never Made. I think it's Never
Okay.
Made. Yeah. Y'all said lemonade so much, I get that on my mouth.
Right. So I'm listening to it. I know the singer. What's the lead singer name? Lars.
James Hetfield.
Who's Lars?
Lars the drummer.
Lars the drummer.
Yeah.
Okay. And well, he was singing it, and it sounded like Lemonade. Like, so he was like, Never Free Lemonade. And I'm like, I know this man ain't singing Lemonade. I know he not. This is a hard rock song.
But you had to find out. You had to be sure.
No, it wasn't that. I knew it wasn't. I knew for sure that he wasn't singing it, but I wanted him to say Lemonade.
Yeah.
You know, because it's so silly. And it could have been anything. It's a metaphor, you know, it could be anything, you know. So I thought it was funny. And Beyonce just had her album come out.
The Lemonade thing, yeah. And I know you were probably like, what the hell? Was that like something that was like pre-done like 20 years ago? What the fuck?
Right. And you know, it's funny though. That's an interesting thing about classical. Well, I mean, I say classical because of how iconic they are. There's a funny thing about classical rock bands, in that I didn't know it was 20 years old. That song.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been, you know,
5
years ago.
The way that it sounded,
Yeah.
it sounded like it was kind of recent.
Because I know Metallica's still rocking out. I know they're still doing things. I don't know if they're still making an album. When their last album came out?
The last album came out quite a few years ago. They're actually working on one. It's supposed to be coming out this year, which I keep my fingers crossed. Pray to God, knock on some plastic. It doesn't suck.
There you go.
Well, everybody's really nervous about it because I think a lot of people who were Metallica fans from back in the day when they were really good are just skeptical right now about them because they've been going through a lot of changes, and a lot of it's about money. And they used to not be about the money, and then all of a sudden that album came out, and that's what blew them open, you know, to the mainstream. And it was after that it was all about money.
Yeah.
And so me and Reggie might not feel the same way that I do. I mean, but I prefer the old school Metallica, and I'm waiting for another album that's going to kind of, to me, reflect that. But it should reflect it. It should reflect on definitely what the way things are now. But the thing is that the last couple albums were a little shaky.
So Metallica might have a Justin Bieber feature.
Oh man, let's pray to God they don't. If that's the case, then that's it. I'm done. I will no longer claim Metallica past the Black
Oh,
Album.
that's so funny. Oh man, that would just be the best. So many 40-year-old.
Oh my God, yeah.
Old
Everybody,
metalheads
all 40-year-old men going. That's what's gonna happen across America, dude.
Yep.
Oh, but you know, speaking of stuff like crossovers, speaking like that, I think it was like 80. I can't remember. It must have been 85, 86, I guess, when they came out. The first time I ever saw Run DMC was when they did Walk This Way with Aerosmith. And at first, the first time I heard that, I thought that was a Run DMC song.
Me too.
And I really thought it. And then everybody was like, "No, what are you talking about, man? That was an old Aerosmith track back in the day." I was like, "Really?" And so I finally heard the original, and they sound very similar. The only thing that's different is is Run and DMC rapping on it.
Right.
That's it. That is the only difference, because Steven Tyler still sings the same chorus, and the guy's still playing the same guitar lick, and it's the same drum beat and everything. Oh, except for when
The scratches.
and he's scratching on it. That is it. Other than that, I mean, it's like the song. I kind of was very, very shocked on how much they kept it to the originality.
Yeah.
Its original form, and Run DMC ran with it, man. They did good.
Yeah, apparently the story behind that, they didn't want to do it because they got like a printout of the lyrics, and they was like, "What is he talking about?" You know, and they had to rap that part of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cool, but it sounded good.
Yeah,
it worked out.
But then again, I guess, like I said, Aerosmith's an old band. Aerosmith was very popular back in the 70s, man. They were like the Guns N' Roses of the 70s. So they were the bad boys who always drank and partied and always did bad shit. And so I just thought it was kind of fun. I was like, wow, they two got together? That's odd. I never heard of that before. And then Beastie Boy, discovered Beastie Boys, you know. And then I didn't care for them at first, but their videos were really funny. And I was like, okay, these guys are kind of cool, man. Let's check them out. And then I kind of enjoyed a little bit of the rock rap thing. I didn't start buying it until later, until really to the 90s. But I mean, but I was starting to get into it.
I mean,
very
if it's organic, it's right.
yeah, and I guess maybe at the time, since I was a kid, I was very narrow-minded. I really didn't know any different. You know, and if it wasn't this, then I wasn't listening to it, you know. And then all of a sudden, it's like, man, I'm starting to hear what everybody else is hearing. I was like, man, this actually doesn't sound too bad. I can hear where people enjoy the intensity of the song, enjoy the melody of the song, things like that, you know. So.
Cause you had like bands close when I was coming up there. You know, they had Linkin Park. Linkin Park's more rock heavy now, but back in the day they had a lot more rap element into it.
They did. I thought they were very hip hop metal, I guess you can kind of call it. I mean, they almost reminded me of Korn a little bit, except the guy was a much better singer, and the other guy could rap. The guy from Korn was just very, very rough and edgy, and which I liked, you know, and they were good on their first 3 albums. After that, they kind of flaked too. But yeah, Linkin Park was one of those where it's like I kind of liked their sound. Whoever did the album, they produced it really well. It had a great sound.
Right,
to it,
yeah.
you know? I mean, the drums were very powerful. The guitar was full. You could hear everything, and I was like, wow. I don't know who did it, but it was really good.
But the thing is, like, once you get something good like that, then you get like Crazy Town.
Oh yeah. I remember them.
Butterfly, man.
But
that was a hit, but like it was just one of those like that's a guilty pleasure type of song. You know?
And that was it, because I was really curious to check them out, because I never bought it. That was the only song I ever heard from. I was like, okay, well, I was on Amazon. I was like, well, let me check out and see if I can get some samples. So I'm listening to it, and I was kind of like, I heard that song, and then something else came on. I was like, nah, I'm not really buying it. So I checked out the next track. I just wasn't digging it. It only gives you 30 seconds, but just within that 30 seconds, I was like, I'm not digging it. Nope. No. If it didn't catch me within 30 seconds, I think I'm done. And I think that's just how I am, no matter what it is.
But the thing is, like, people like, well, companies, big companies, like big record labels, they'll market music is for the young, music's for young people because teenagers have disposable income. You're still living with your parents. You're not paying no bills for real.
Right.
But you're working some part-time job. You know, you're getting some kind of money. You know, and they want it.
Oh yeah.
So it's marketed towards them, but all music, but everything ages. There's nothing that stays young forever.
No. That is true.
So like the people who are Justin Bieber fans eventually gonna be 40, and you know like and just he's gonna either have to keep. He's either going to have to grow with them, with his fans, or he's going to look like the old guys still singing "Baby, Baby."
Basically, with that, what we call that was one-hit wonders. Yeah. And even though he did, of course, according to the radio, he had more than one hit. I never heard it, but anyway,
he's had a few.
I'm sure he has, and good for him. Okay, but bastard. But anyway, yeah. I mean, hopefully, I guess for his sake, he'll be able to grow. I guess as an artist, if you want to call him that. If he actually grows, hopefully he will grow with his fans, you know, because then you have those guys like when I was younger, they had somebody called, I don't know if you ever heard of Stevie B.
No.
TBT?
Who?
Okay, exactly. Okay. These guys were one-hit wonders back in the day, like late 80s, early 90s, and they had, I think one of them had a song called Diamond Girl, and the other one, I can't remember there was another artist like that called Dino. And yeah, exactly. These one-hit wonders, these little pop dudes that just popped out of nowhere, and they had like just some catchy little beat behind them, and somebody doing the keyboard on the synthesizer, making it little cute, catchy melodies while they would sing something catchy, and that was it. They had like 1 or 2 songs that would pop on KSMB and then disappear. And now all of a sudden, I go onto the websites of where like the casinos are and things like that, doing the casino circuit because they can't do anything
Yeah.
else. And what are they advertising? The same songs they were advertising 20 to 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me laugh.
Yeah, man. It's just like, but because we have a certain affinity towards a time in music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you was coming up, for me, like I like 90s New York music, rap, 90s New York hip hop. You know, even though like in the 90s, I was at the oldest, I was 11. You know, I was 12 in 2000. But it's when we do like this revisionist history and think like when we look at the time frame of the music that we like the most, none of it was bad. But I'm like that was bad music.
Oh yeah, that was bad music in every decade,
You know,
man.
that
I
was
mean,
bad music even in the best of times.
Oh man, like even for the old folk, like in the 50s, man. I mean, you know there was bad artists back then. I mean, and
That's
like,
I ain't never thought. You're
think
right. I
about
never thinking about it. Yeah.
yeah, because even though we only know it and we only perceive it from the time frame that we're alive and what we know just from history, even what we've seen either on YouTube or when MTV did show videos, you know, I mean, and you can be like, wow, I didn't know that, or okay, or it's like, God, that sucks. Who is that? And nowadays you can go look it up and you're like, oh my God, that was back then. Ugh, God, these guys were horrible, or this person would suck, you know.
Right.
But yeah, every decade's got their superstars. Every decade's got their shit artists, you know. I mean, whatever you want to call it.
What was your musical heroes when you was coming up?
Like,
And what time was that?
okay, well, I'll kind of make them short because I kind of had a lot, I guess, growing up because I really liked music. I don't know, I guess when I was a kid, I was I really liked Fleetwood Mac. I like Huey Lewis and the News. It's an old rock, kind of just regular rock band. I like stuff like that, man. Billy Joel, Peter Gabriel, Phil Collins. I was big into that. And then all of a sudden, I got introduced. Being a preteen to a teenager, I was introduced to like Bon Jovi and bands like that, Van Halen. And I was like, oh man, these guys are incredible. And so I went to that because I enjoyed the guitar work. That just blew my mind. Something like that.
During that time, who was the trash?
The trash
who was bad?
bands.
Like, but was popular though. Like for some reason, these people was making the loot.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Because like I said, my favorite time of music, again, I was just a little kid, so I had to go back and discover it, you know, thankfully for technology, I could go back and look at all the old songs, you know, that I missed when I was coming up. But in the 90s, you know, you had Vanilla Ice.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you had MC Hammer, you know.
God, I remember MC Hammer too.
MC Hammer was making hits, but like, come on, man, he ain't really rapping, you know, he ain't really saying nothing.
I can't remember the name of the first album that I remember seeing him on, but if I'm not mistaken, God, please, if any MC Hammer fans out there, I'm sorry, I mean,
no disrespect.
No disrespect, but if I can remember the way the album cover looked,
Bunch
I
of
think
40-year-old black people in the Bay Area.
Going,
no disrespect.
What the fuck that dude talking about?
Hammer was a king.
He had like some sunglasses on.
Typewriter
I want to say
dance.
he had a hat. He might not have had a hat, but he looked like the picture looked a little kind of faded, kind of pixely or whatever. And he looked kind of turned like this and looked like he had some green stuff on the back. I couldn't remember what was written next to it, but it looked kind of hardcore. I was like, who is this dude? And everybody's like, man, MC Hammer's awesome. But I never heard any songs until all of a sudden, You Can't Touch This came out. And then, but I looked at the dude, I was like, and I started looking at the album cover, I was like, this don't look like the same dude. It must have been like some sort of image change, you know. I guess maybe to make him some money because like Metallica, you know, that's another good example to go on the other side of that spectrum for music, you know. So you had hip hop, or you know, pop for him, and then all Metallica. Metallica was all about not caring about clothes, anything else, no image. It was all about the way you feel. And then all of a sudden, that one album came out with Unforgiven was on, and it made them so much money that they, I guess, had to rethink of life. And all of a sudden, they cut their hair and they changed their image. They were wearing suits instead of t-shirts, and it was a complete It was a complete change, and then the music changed too. That's why I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
You know, and those kind of things I don't really care for. I mean, if it works for you, I guess go for it or go with it. You know, but I don't really care. To me, if you went with something that got you started into the music, and that really goes, I think maybe you should kind of stick with that. I mean, definitely grow as an artist, but I don't think you should go really so far outside of what got you started that you completely lose everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
Who from your time do you feel like it's still good? You know, like if they make a new song, you think it'd be pretty good today?
Okay. Well, since I'm a little bit more on the thrash end of metal these days, and then I am on the pop side. Matter of fact, my favorite band, Anthrax, they just released a new album in February this year, and it's freaking killer. And these guys are over 50. and
Really?
they're over 50, all of well except for their new guitarist. He's probably more my age, but actually he's probably more Reggie's age really. But and they're still rocking out, man, and they're still fast. They still got talent, but it's it's cleaner and smoother now. You know, it's not so all over the place like. You know, like that. You know, there are a lot of bands that like. You know, there's a lot of bands that are like that, man. I mean, you know who you are, and I mean, and I'm not gonna clown them because I like a lot of them, man. I mean, but they were my favorite. I enjoyed them because they were very heavy. They sang a lot about problems. You know, it was about like the problems of the people, the homeless. You know, what can we do about this? They sung a lot about Stephen King. They like so it was just different. I enjoyed that because they kept an image of who gives a shit, but they still were able to make you laugh and entertain you at the same time as being hardcore. You know, so that stuck in my mind, and it still to me sticks in my mind to this day. A band like that I like. You know.
I feel like that about, cause like my favorite band group was the Wu-Tang Clan forever.
There you go, Wu-Tang.
Yep.
I don't want to do this because I don't know if they're West Side or not. So, and I don't want nobody to be like, "Was that supposed to be?"
There you go.
I'm learning, man. I'm old, man. I'm learning.
But they about as old as you.
I'm learning still.
The youngest one is Method Man. He's about 45.
He's older than me. So.
But if they drop a song, if any one of the group, if the members drop a song, like I know if Raekwon can drop a song right now to be just as good as it was 20 years ago.
Whenever they were out.
You know? So like, and it's very rare, you know? Because you know, like I was never a fan of LL Cool J.
LL wasn't too bad. Like when he first started, I thought it was more funny than
Yeah.
you know when he first started, and then I think he did a couple albums, and then he did Mama Said Knock You Out. So and that came out, and that was another thing, kind of broke him out, and then he got this kind of bigger than life image, which wasn't bad for him really. You know, he kind of looked like just every everyday rapper whenever he first started.
Yeah.
You know, just he had the hat, he had the clothes, and he had the car. And then when Mama Said Knock You Out came out, then he had the image. He was all big, he had the muscles, and he had the chicks behind him. So I was like, okay, I can see the image. But it kind of worked for him because he was bigger than life, and with the music that he was still doing, it kind of worked. So it wasn't so bad. You know?
It's just that I don't want to because he's still rapping, he's still making songs, but they just sound like an old man rapping.
It's not,
you know,
it doesn't have the same spunk.
Right.
Yeah.
It just sounds like an old man trying. Like I said, Raekwon, if he drops a song, he's an old man. You know, Raekwon got to be like 46 or 45, you know, around that.
Yeah.
You know, and but it just sounds like a wise old man rapping, and still got his still sharp. You know, LL Cool J sounds like an old man trying.
Okay, I see.
You know, like he's trying to wear the young man clothes and with the young man hat and all that.
It's kind of like Madonna.
That clown shit.
Madonna's like that right now. She's and
she keeps changing though.
She does keep changing, but I mean, you could tell now age is really catching up with her, you know. And what's bad about her is that she's still trying to look sexy. Don't get me wrong, for as old as she is, I mean, I guess she looks good.
Yeah,
you know? But I mean, but the thing is that it's not too often I want to see 60-year-old women wearing garter belts and shit. You know, I mean, unless you're Christy Brinkley, who still looks fucking hot at 62. That's probably the only exception.
You know Drake.
Yeah.
Drake might be 30 years old. He might just turn 30 or 29 or something like that.
My daughter loves him.
And Madonna just grabbed his face and kissed him.
Oh, I saw that video, and the look on his face was fucking hilarious. If you hadn't seen the video, man, look it up. It's fucking funny. I don't care for Drake, but that face was priceless, dude.
I mean, like your grandmother kissing you on the lips. You know
I think that was part of the comment he made about it, or something like that. It was just so fucked up.
But I mean, that's some rock star shit, though. I mean, if Madonna kisses you on your lips, you must be doing okay. But I mean, because Madonna's an icon, you know, she's like, you know, she might be. Like, I don't want to blaspheme, but she like Michael Jackson.
Well, yeah,
level.
She was up in that. I mean, he was out way before she was as a kid, you know. Yeah. But as far as I guess when he really came into his own, they're about the same, you know, almost, you know.
The level of fame and of importance is up there.
Oh yeah, because a lot of women looked up to Madonna.
Yeah.
Well, just anybody looked up to Michael Jackson, you know. I mean, but I think what was kind of funny, you said making out with Drake. I think one of the most iconic things I ever saw on TV was when she met up with Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. Yeah, that was nice.
But that was got to be what, 10, 15 years ago?
It doesn't matter. It was still awesome. And, you know, and I mean, now
Pierce dirty. I told you Pierce was dirty.
I don't think it looks so good now because Madonna looks even older.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind watching Britney and Christina kiss again. That'd be kind of good.
Oh.
Same room. How you doing?
That's usually the expression I get with Pierce.
Every time.
All the time.
I'm always making little comments like that, and it always makes
cringe-worthy.
him cringe.
Yeah.
think I'm ruining his virgin ears.
No, yeah. That's what it is. But yeah, like, and I want to talk about like the changes of music, because like I remember coming up, R&B singers, like these like dudes, like the men were always like super dressed.
Oh yeah.
You know, ladies, man, all of them. Now all the R&B singers are gangsters, tattooed up, and they cuss all the time. You know, and they didn't curse so much. You know, it was all sexual, right? It was all sexual innuendo. It was all metaphors. You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays it's pretty much just straightforward.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
pretty much like
I'm gonna F you.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
That's it.
I'm whipping it out and you better spread it. You know, that's kind of how it is. I'm just gonna get to the point.
I just think that's such a drastic change, and I feel like it didn't happen overnight, but it happened.
Oh no.
Over a couple of nights.
Oh, it did. It definitely took a little while to do it, and I really don't know what brought it on. To be honest with you, I mean, I noticed it.
Yeah,
too.
I know what brought it on. Cause like now you thinking, since you said that, it made me think about it. What did the change come from? And I think I got it.
Okay.
When hip hop came, and they started, it was separate at first, the R&B and hip hop, because rap was the dirty and the party, and R&B was the sexy and the singing, the classic, yeah. But when they started mixing them together, and when they started mixing together well, because like it's two markets you could bring together. That's when they started getting closer and closer, and then that's how the lines started getting blurred. Then you had Teddy Riley doing Rex and Effects and Guy. Just it's more singing, and then you got more rap and stuff like that. And then you got Mariah Carey doing with Old Dirty Bastard. And
starting to do these crazy duets.
Yeah, started getting these crazy duets. It was good, but then you get more gangster rappers with more singers, and then the singers want to be more gangster.
And then all of a sudden, once that happens, then the gangster guys want to just a little bit nicer.
Yeah,
like prime example, look at Jay-Z, man. I mean, not that Jay-Z really looked all that gangster when the first time I ever saw him. Like he just looked like a regular guy, like LL Cool J did. But I mean, then all of a sudden he was media had him with Beyonce, and then next thing you know, he's wearing suits and ties, and everything's all about money. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
I like, well, Jay-Z.
I mean, I know he's an entrepreneur. I know that.
No, he's really good, but I'm saying like he's just. I respect him because he's not rapping about big chains and smashing all the girls at the club.
Right.
And he might throw a line about buying bottles and stuff like that, but. And going to the club and stuff like that, but he realizes that he's middle aged. He's in his 40s.
Right.
He has a daughter. He's married. So I like that his lifestyle is reflected in his music. Right. His lifestyle changes. Because there's a bunch of 40-year-olds who still pretend like they're 28-year-olds going to the club and all that.
Should you go any genre? And I think, to me, honestly, I hate to say it, but I think one of the most embarrassing genres today, dude, has got to be this hip-hop country that has come out. I don't understand it whatsoever. Like this Florida Georgia line. Like, I'm sorry to call you guys out personally, but that's the first one that comes to mind. And I'm sorry, dude. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it sucks.
I don't like it.
Y'all sound cheesy and like you're trying to.
Yeah.
You do.
And it's not a matter of technical talent or ability, because I mean it takes skill to play your instruments, and you have to have a voice.
Yeah, exactly.
But it does sound like it sounds like you're manufactured. It sounds like a Vanilla Ice type of thing.
Oh God, yes, thank you. Yeah, if nothing else, I mean, geez, if you guys want to write anymore, please at least maybe write something better. And maybe it doesn't sound like so cliched. And I mean, because the first time I heard anything from them, I was like, okay, no, it just sounds just like everything else on the radio. And then I saw them perform live, and I was like, oh my God, what are you guys? Are you guys country? Are you guys rap? Are you guys hip hop? What are you?
Right.
No, I was done. Now, a band like Rage Against the Machine came out. That blew my mind.
Now Rage, I don't know, man. Rage had that art. They had that artistic rap.
Very,
good.
Yeah, he was very different because I think the guy's Italian, So he had
really?
Yeah, he Della Rocha. I don't know where that's from. I don't know if that's supposed to be Latino or Italian, but I know he's. I don't. He's not.
Pierce's old as hell when he says Italian.
It could have been Americanese, but he wouldn't.
One of them Italians.
Damn, some bitches.
And Italian.
Fuck you, man. I know I'm old shit. Respect for the people who don't remember shit.
No, but like I remember, like the best part of the Matrix might be the ending when they come out with that Raid song. Yeah,
that actually was really cool because I remember when the movie came out, we were all in the theater. We were like, I don't know where else this is gonna go, and he gets that final phone call, and he talks to the system and tells it what's gonna happen, and we hear it, and we're like, what? They used that song? It's awesome. And it was great, and I think their first album was probably their best album. And it was self-titled. It was awesome. And it's the picture of the guy, the monk burning himself in Tenement Square. And it's
that was the album cover?
That was the album cover. Yeah. Black and white, and it's got Rage Against Machinery at the bottom. Incredible album. I mean, the music sounds very almost Led Zeppelin-y, but they did it to a very good groove. Yeah. And the guy, he just flowed his rap over it, and it was really good.
That was really good, man.
But they were hard. I mean, they were hardcore for what they sang about. I mean, they were very political. I mean, they definitely didn't like the way politicians and governments were running things. Matter of fact, another band that's like that is System of a Down. That's a little bit more recent. Now, they haven't done anything in a while, but they were very, very political. I mean, singing, and I think that's kind of one thing that kind of bugged me about being in rock and metal. A lot of people always associated that with being dark and evil, and it's like, not all of it's like that, dude. Just like not all rap's about killing and fucking.
Right.
You know, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, just like not all metal's about killing and fucking. I mean, everybody does have a different side to it.
Yeah.
And
the closed-minded just gonna see the worst parts of it. It's funny. I think the closed-minded people in any arena or anything you think about, that's all they want. That's all they focus on is on the negative. Because I think the closed-minded love the negative. You know what I mean?
And I guess misery does love company. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I think closed-minded people just love the negative. I think some people, the worst of us, just want to fight about something. Want to complain about something. You know?
I think like right now what's going on with everything in the world, I kind of feel like the media kind of helps fit, even though we work for the media. But I mean, it's just for the fact that I think the media itself all over the globe. I mean, and I think, like you said, it feeds off of it, and they don't want to report news anymore. They kind of want to go make news now.
Right.
And the politicians want to just have it their way, no matter what we say. And they feel all of us are just a bunch of sheep. They're the shepherds. We have to do whatever they say, and they do whatever their bosses say, and so forth and so on. Up the ladder. So, but it's all about money, and I mean, I really hope we do get to a point soon. Hopefully, in my lifetime. What am I talking about? I'll be here forever.
There you go.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll see it before the world explodes and I'm all alone, in oblivion. But where hopefully money doesn't really mean a whole lot, and maybe value comes from something else, and it's not really about how much cash you have. Maybe it's about how much value you are as a person.
Oh, the sensationalism.
Exactly. From another human helping another human. Not a white man helping a black man. Not a Chinese man helping a Mexican. No. I'm talking about humans helping humans all over the globe. We all live in this fucking mud hole. We all might as well get along.
Yeah, good point. Look at Pierce. Look at Pierce sounding all wise. You see all that gray hair? They ain't died.
Yeah, no,
that's wisdom.
Yeah, I'm like Professor X, but I can walk and I got hair.
So stupid.
I'm like Gandalf.
Oh man, look at Chris sounding all noble and making good points.
I'm trying to, man. But yeah,
you're right, man. We all just here, man. We all just trying to we all should just try to get along as best we can.
Just like my old boss used to tell me, we're all just squirrels trying to get a nut, man.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. That might have came from something else. Cause like I'm taking that a different way.
Okay.
Because I'm single.
Okay.
I'm definitely squirreling out here. You know what I mean?
Well, back then when they were telling me that, I wasn't married, so it definitely worked for me.
We all squirrel.
I hear you, man. All squirrels trying to get a nut.
Yeah.
I got you, bro. It's all
then
good.
you get locked up with a lady squirrel, and then you have baby squirrels.
Yeah, and then what's the name? Baby squirrels are squeezing nut and your nuts, telling you they want Xbox, or they want internet, they want fucking YouTube, and they won't leave you alone because it's annoying as shit. Then they tell you that they're bored. You give them something to do, and then they still squeeze your nuts because that's not what they.
Pierce just ranting on about his babies. Speaking of your babies, when at what point did they put on something on the radio and you was like, what the hell is that? When was the first time you can remember that happening?
For music?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know. God, that was so long ago. Man, I really don't know what it probably would have been some old like 60s stuff because my dad was real big into 60s things, so it was probably some Rolling Stones. I'm sure I heard. My mom was real big into. My mom she was a dance teacher back in the day, so she was kind of so she got on. It might have been some disco. I remember it might have been some ABBA or some Bee Gees.
I'm talking about when your kids.
Oh,
your kids play something
mine.
on the radio.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh man, well, Raina doesn't really do that anymore. and she kind of stopped playing the drums. She kind of lost interest, and she's all into hip hop now. She don't want to do drums and rock and whatever. But I guess she was probably reaching around 10, 10, 11 when I started to notice that the music was really getting to her. Like she was real big into Disney Channel back in the day, so she was always watching Wizards of Waverly Place or. That's the show Selena Gomez used to be on, if nobody knows. Yes, I do know who Selena Gomez is. But shit like that, it was like a High School Musical. Okay. Zac Efron and all them came from, So she got real big into that. So we kind of used to be.
Is that where Zac Efron comes from?
That's where Vanessa Hudgens comes from.
I know her.
Okay,
yeah.
That's where Ashley Tisdale comes from.
Okay. Zac Efron could sing?
Yeah, he was in. He did. He also did a version of Hairspray with John Travolta and Christopher Walken. Yeah, James Marsden was in that too, man. From Cyclops was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and John Travolta played a chick.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember that.
Okay. But yes, from what I'm saying, is Efron saying? Yeah, I know. That's cringing.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I mean, not talking about sex is cringing, but that's cringing. But yeah, I think that was probably her really first thing of music, and I mean. I guess it's about as good as anything that's on the radio because the TV was playing the shit out of it, and they were always watching it. I mean, we were at home, we'd watch it. We'd go on vacation and visit my cousins in Texas, and watch it, and go visit anybody. They'd watch it, so it was always like that. But that was pretty much, I guess, her first, introduction to music. I guess you can say. Now, Ava, I think Ava's first introduction to music was Rihanna.
Okay.
Because I used to take her to the station, and her and Charlie and Caitlin would always talk to her and stuff like that. So they'd ask her what you like to sing, and so she started singing "Diamonds in the Sky." And it was kind of cute to listen to a little 3-year-old try to sing that. So they all thought it was cute. Nice. So they loved that. So that was her first impression, I guess.
Okay.
So
That's
I had those classic. They had that.
What about your wife? What's your wife like?
My wife loves. She's very.
Does she listen to anything? You'd be like, oh my god, what is? Turn that off. Whoa.
There's a lot of shit she listens to. I don't care at all. There's a lot of shit she listens to. I just don't care for it at all. It's just not my. It's just not. That's not my bag, baby. I don't care for that kind of shit. That's just not me. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something. Well, you know what? What about you, man? What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
What you mean? What about anything? When me and my ex was dating, she was listening to a lot of EDM.
I know
stuff.
who that is.
Yeah.
Hey, I know that name. The fuck they sing, but I know the name.
EDM is a genre, Pierce. It's not a band.
Yeah, whatever, motherfucker. Anyway, keep going.
It's so stupid. Yeah, no, she liked that stuff, and a lot of it. Some of it was actually kind of dope, but some of it was like just like that. So I don't know. I'm not with that.
Yeah, I never really cared for that kind of music either. God, my friends used to always take me to the clubs, man. They used to have one called Outer Limits. God, it was just a big rave, man. I didn't care for raves, man, back then. But we all went to them. We know why we went to them. Yeah, couldn't find anything, but we went to them for that.
So stupid.
But I hated it because nobody would play any rock. I hated it, man, because every song was. I was like, okay, then all right, and then you hear, oh, good, it's over. And it's like 10 minutes at a time. Like, oh, can they fucking stop? Can you please just fucking stop? I hated it. I just couldn't stand it. Kind of. It was the same thing over and over and over again. Dude, I was so bad. I hated it so much. I think I definitely would have been praying for MC Hammer, dude, by that point.
Yeah.
Just to hear something different.
I can
dude.
dig that.
Oh
I can feel you on that. I can dig it on that.
I think I've gotten to the point where we don't have any rock, but we have this. Oh Christ! And just put it on. I just can't take this shit anymore. That'd have just been me.
But it's when we was dating. See, I got an open mind about music. If the vibe's right, I don't care what what genre it is.
Right.
If it catches you a certain way, it catches you a certain way. It resonates with you.
Right.
And it's good, but some things, it's just bad. Some things I just don't like.
Well, everybody's got their own thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of people they prefer more hip hop than they would like the rap. Just to kind of like start separating them even more than what we got, the rock and rap. But everybody just has their own, and I think if more people, I think we kind of would be a little bit more acceptable. It's like, okay, well, you like hip hop more than I do. Well, I'm not gonna go. You fucking suck.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid, I said you suck. I mean, now I have a little more respect for it now because even though I might not care for it, some of them do actually have they have a job to do. They have some things to do. It's not just push a button. Okay, go. Okay, that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
A little bit more to it than that,
And that's how I feel about a lot of rock music too. like I might not like them as a group, but I might like a couple songs from them. Like I like Dig by Mudvayne. I don't know what they're saying.
That's a great song.
I don't know what they're saying, but I like that joint.
See, I'll be honest with you, I don't really know what the hell he's saying either. I like the rhythm of the song, and what really gets me about the song is the drummer and the bass player.
Oh, yeah.
What really gets me about it. And then what gets me is the way he slaps the thing. It freaks me out. I'm a bass player, and it freaks me out how he does that. I've seen him perform live on a few videos, and I'm looking at his fingers like, how the fuck you do that? I can't do it. I've been playing forever. I don't know how to do that. So...
But that goes back to what you were saying about, we all stuck here, so we might as well just get along.
Yeah,
so we need to stop putting people in boxes, and just if you don't like it, that's cool. We ain't gotta knock somebody because you don't like it.
You don't have to give anybody a bunch of shit for
it.
Yeah, I mean it's like I get it, and then let's just move on with it, and then I think everybody would be a lot happy about it, and it'll just be a lot less bullshit.
Yeah,
But
and that's it for the nobility part of the show.
Thank you.
It's time to go to we're gonna make fun of Pierce and make Pierce feel old.
Yeah. Y'all get ready.
At what point, Pierce, did you when did you see something that made you feel like, man, we have come a long way? Because I'm just 28 and I feel like we've come a long, long way.
Oh my God, dude, I'm only 40 and I think we've come one fuck of a long way, dude. Hell, let's see. Good God, man, what was one thing that has changed dramatically? I guess.
Like all these cell phones.
I guess so.
It's funny when I was in college, and I started college in 06, and I graduated in 11. And when I was in college, we didn't have phones that there was camera phones, but it was awful. You couldn't take
they were terrible.
You couldn't take pictures at night. So when we would go to the club, when I was in school, I had my phone and I had a camera. Still.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just think about times like that, like. You don't need that no more.
That's true.
You don't need if you're just taking pictures just to have memories. You don't need a camera at all.
Right.
If you're taking professional pictures, then you need your camera, your Canon SLRs, and the big old lenses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if you're just taking pictures for memories, you just need your phone. So, but when I was coming up, you need a phone and a camera.
Right. You had to have both because they weren't one and the same.
Yeah, because your phone could take pictures, but they was bad. So like what time, something like that.
Okay. All right. I see what you're saying. Oh God, man. I think I think phones is probably a really, really big one because I know when I was a kid, we had the rotary dials. I mean, you had to pick it up and you had to deal it 1, 2. I mean, you had to do all that, and it took a while, man, to dial a motherfucking phone.
That was antiquated when I was a kid because my auntie had one, and the first house I remember her having. And I just thought that was the coolest thing because it was so old. And I knew it was old when I was a little kid.
But you mess with it anyway.
Right.
On my grandmother, my mom's parents, they used to have a really old one where it stood like this tall. And I mean, and it had like the arms that came out of here, and the phone piece was huge, man. You almost hold it with 2 hands. It was huge, man. I remember that. That was another one of those crazy things that changed that we just weren't sure about. And then. After the rotary dial, we had the push button phone, and I was kind of like, wow, this is something new. And like I said, it was just one of those things that just freaks you out, dude. And then all of a sudden, they got to the point where they were having just cell phones. What's a cell phone? Oh my God, they actually have something that does that?
Yeah.
And you I mean, the ones we had, I mean, you could unfold it some bitch. I mean, it was probably like that big. I mean, it was huge, man. But it was cool because I didn't need a wired for it. I didn't have to push any buttons. It was just here. I could just, maybe just circle something, dial in, and I was ready to go. Or I have to open it and close it. I forgot. That's how old those phones were.
They was talking about, I think it was Watch Mojo. They had the top 10 most iconic cell phones, and one of them was the very first cell phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it took 10 hours to charge. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
My
dad, when I was a teenager, the oil company he worked for, they had to make him have their what I would much consider one of the first few car cell phones they ever had. So it was one of, I mean, you can't take it around like this. I mean, this thing was like a huge contraption, like the base of it was this big, like that. And I mean, you had the numbers that went on top of the phone and then hung up, and it was attached to this battery, and it had to have this huge antenna and shit. It was very old school.
Yeah.
And I mean, oh yeah. And then same thing, you had to hold the button to leave it to turn it on, and then you had to. It was like. Dial, and it was just loud as all hell. And every other song like this, every time you go on the phone. No matter, the audio was crap, but it was cool. We can go anywhere we wanted. And it was like, wow, one of those things that just freaks you out.
Chris, when did you get internet?
God, dude, when did I get internet?
Yeah.
I guess probably about maybe 3 years ago. I'm trying to think. I don't remember when
3 years ago, you got the internet?
No, but I mean like, no, you misunderstand me.
Okay.
Look, I'm talking about like us at the house when we got it. Not that, dude.
The first time you used the internet.
The first time I used the internet, I think I was probably, I guess it was like 91, 92 maybe. I had a friend of mine, he had it in his at his house, and he was like, dude, you gotta come over. I got this new contraption. You gotta come check out. Well, what's it called, man? It's called AOL. This shit is AOL. You know, and I had to go to his house, and he was like, man, you have to check this out. You have to take the phone and you have to plug it to something, and you have to wait for it to connect. And once it connected, then you hear the beep, and you did all that for like an hour. And then finally you got connected,
right?
And it's like, okay, sweet. And you get to see the AOL little symbol, and all right, whatever you typed in. Oh, let's look this up. Let's look up bitches, okay? And then you hit enter. You waited another hour, and then your shit finally came up. It was just so slow, dude. But that was the first. But it freaked me out. I didn't know. I was like, what are we doing? We can talk to somebody on the other side of the world? Yeah, that's fucking awesome. So that blew my mind. I mean, and I was a teenager at that point.
That's interesting.
And then after that, the internet very, very quickly, I think in the mid to late 90s, like just escalated in technology. Like it went from being so slow where you had to have something to use it to where it was just, you do it automatically. You know, it was just a touch of a button, swipe it, and you push one or two keys, and that's it. You were done.
Kids today, I say it all the time, they don't know how easy they got it.
Oh, it's true. They don't.
They got this right here. Mm-hmm. All the world's questions you can answer right on your phone.
You find everything you want. I mean,
like that.
True.
Like that.
It's kind of sad, but it's true.
Again, I'm not old like Pierce.
But still, he knows.
But I remember dial-up. I remember waiting for the internet to load and go like bar.
Oh my God, I hated that. And you're just waiting forever for things to load up. And it's like, shit, by this point I might as well just go and get the goddamn book and just read the damn dictionary, you know?
I remember, like I said on the podcast a few times, I remember a time before Google. I remember a time before Google.
Yeah, like I think one of the funniest questions my kids ever asked me was, Dad, what was it like before cell phones? And I was like, oh, I'll tell you what it was like. I said, you have to pick it up, and then you talk to whoever it was and say, hey, are you home? I'm coming over to hang out. That's how we did it. You know, and my kids don't understand. They're like, oh my God, that's actually possible? You could do that? Oh, good God.
There were phones before cell phones. The cell phone is older than me, I believe. But,
maybe so.
Probably so. But they were so expensive to have, so when I was coming up, not too many people had them.
Oh, that's true.
You know, so
that was almost like a rich man's kind of a toy. You know what I mean? Like if you had a cell phone, apparently you were rich.
In the gangster movies, they had cell phones. They had the big old bricks.
That's right, those big old exactly, the big old bricks with the huge antennas coming out.
That's how you knew you was rich.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those big old things. And then what was so funny was that nowadays, you know, you get them so slick and flat and very hand. Friendly as opposed to something that, like you said, looks like a giant brick with a wire coming out of it, man.
Big ass screen on it.
Mm-hmm. But I think phones is probably the most shocking thing. I think really to jump technology, I guess, as quickly as it did. Cars have pretty much been about the same. They've only really started doing the electric thing very recently. You know, I was really thinking by the time the year 2000 came, we were gonna have better. You know, but it's like it's going very slowly. Like production to get close to, I guess, a flying car or whatever it is we're gonna get to, however fancy planes we're getting. I feel that we're getting so slow to that point. You know? Like it's not doing as fast as I thought that progression is gonna be. It's not.
On the outside, they look about the same. On the inside, a lot of them look like spaceships. The navigation and stuff like that. I think that's kind of cool. But like your point, it's still moving kind of slow though.
Yeah, it's just one of those where it's like we kind of keep waiting for the next thing to happen, and it just doesn't. It's like, well.
All right, well, we're going to have to wrap this up, Pierce. So before we go, tell them your band again.
Oh, yeah. All right, for everybody in the Acadiana area, Lafayette, Crowley, Jennings, wherever, Pixel Creep, Pixelcreep. We are one of Louisiana's finest and rarest and weirdest underground Louisiana thrash metal band.
There you go.
You know, if you like it heavy and you like it raw and you like it nasty, but you do like some great groove, definitely come check us out, man. Pixel Creep.
There you go. Anything else you want to say before we get by?
I'm trying to think of something important to say, man. Other than that, can't really think of anything important right now. Other than that, man, support your local music. Everybody get out there and do something good with your lives. You know, don't just hang around and exist and have osmosis just move you around, man. You know, go do something, man.
Go do something.
Go hang out with your friends, even if it's wrong. Go do something, shit.
But don't make a podcast because I don't want no more competition.
Yeah. Don't do that because
something else.
don't do that because this guy's great. Don't do that. And if I say anything wrong, he's gonna fire me and I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's it. He's never come on the show.
No, never coming back on the show. I've never been on TV before ever.
Yeah, we don't work at a TV station.
No, not at all.
But yeah, man, I think that's it. That's nothing else I want to see. You already did the 4, 3, 2, 1 segment on the last time.
Okay.
Do
you have another one to do for this time around or no? That's the only 4, 3, 2, 1 you got.
I could probably come up with one, but we're running out of time.
Oh, no, that's understandable. That's understandable. Maybe next time.
Let's see. Oh man, I don't know.
If you don't, man, it's all good. It was just.
I had one yet.
Okay, all right.
I had one. I just forgot it.
That happens to me all the time. I don't remember where the hell I am either.
Well, but that's you got an excuse.
No, I know.
You know?
I'm old as shit. So,
Chris is old as hell.
I just want the stuff that I earned.
Oh man, I had a good one too.
That's cool.
Let's see.
Take your time, man.
Top 4.
I mean, I realized that half of them.
Top 4 least favorite music acts of right now.
4 of them, my least favorite.
Yeah.
And it has to be somebody of recent.
Well, yeah.
Okay, all right, let's see. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of. Everybody say what you want. I'm not a huge fan of Beyonce. Sorry. I'm
Oh.
not a huge fan. She's fine. She's fine shit. Okay. I'll not deny that woman. I won't deny that woman can't sing. I won't deny that woman is fine as hell. But
That's what we're going to disagree on. Chris.
I just don't care on her music taste. Man. I'm sorry. I'm just not digging that. Man. She's. That's one. Okay. I don't care for somebody. Okay. I don't care for Lil Jon.
That's fair.
I just don't care for him, man.
That's fair.
I saw him play guitar one time, and that dude sucked.
Lil Jon? Play guitar?
Yeah. He was bad. Shit. I could have played guitar better than that, and I suck.
That's number 2.
I couldn't get past it, and I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. When I saw him do it 2 more times, I was like, okay, that's it, I'm done, dude. I'm done with your ass. Get the fuck out of here. You are out. All right, let's see who else. I don't care for Fall Out Boy.
That's fair.
I don't like Fall Out Boy. My daughter liked them, and I was kind of giving them a little bit of credit until I started hearing some of their more recent stuff. I was like, once again, another band like Metallica. Money got to you, and then all of a sudden a change comes. It's like, if you're gonna change, at least change for the better. Don't change for the cheaper. Whatever.
That's 3.
All right, so one more, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't. No, I think I said that last time. I'm trying to think of a different name. Other than that, I'm gonna say him again, but I'm trying not to. I don't like 5 Seconds of Summer.
Well, that's fair too. Like, you old enough to be their dad.
Yeah, I am. And if they were my kids, I'd beat the shit out of them for playing something so pussyfied. What the fuck's wrong with y'all, man? Aren't y'all sing about like fucking bitches or something? What the hell? Y'all singing about this pussy ass shit?
All them tattoos, y'all ain't got no edge.
Nothing. God damn it. Big Dad. And that's exactly how I beat.
That's a female like punk rock band. I can't remember.
They did have one, you know?
But they like real young, and they got it's like 3 girls. 2 of them are sisters, and they got like a boy bass
That sounds
guitarist.
familiar, man. Shit.
They're actually pretty good. I really like that drummer.
Okay.
I love female drummers.
Was
I
that
love girl
was
drummers.
that White Stripes? Was that what that was?
No, White Stripes was Jack White.
Jack White. Okay.
And his,
The way you
his
said
wife
it,
or his sister something.
That's right. Well, you said the chick being the drummer. That's what made me think about it. I was like, oh wait.
No, these are young. These girls are young.
Okay.
They might be 21, 22.
Man, I wonder who that could be.
I can't remember.
Oh man, if you figure it out, let me
Yeah.
know, man. I'm always curious to know about somebody new, man. Just
I mean,
for shits and
it's
giggles.
girl pop. I mean, it's not pop. It's like girl punk.
Yeah. I'm
You
all
know,
cool
it's,
with that.
I'm not, so it's not for me.
Yeah.
But the music of it, I respect it because they're really playing their shit.
Well, that's cool.
You know, I really like
See,
it.
I enjoy an artist or a group of artists who
Yeah.
actually can play their own stuff.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, like,
I really like this.
look, if you okay, now I guess I'm gonna use this guy. I don't really care for him either, but whatever. Like, I'll use Drake as an example. Like, Drake comes out, he's a singer. Okay, I ain't never seen Drake pick up a motherfucking instrument and play some shit. Okay, I ain't seen him with a fucking band and they rocking out, regardless if they playing rock, punk, funk, acapella. I don't give a shit. It don't matter. Okay, I don't respect anybody like that. But like Alicia Keys, I respect her. She plays and she sings. And
Yeah.
she can do both at the same time.
That's tough.
And she's hot. So,
And she's very pretty.
Yeah. So and I mean, you know, I'll respect somebody who's like that. I'm not gonna care for your genre too much, but I'll definitely tip my hat off to you.
Man, shout out to Alicia Keys. I was just because Pierce likes movies a lot. Pierce knows a lot about movies, and
Yeah,
I was looking at I gotta get out of here.
That's
But
cool. I
I was
understand.
looking at you said that shit, and I was looking at Smoking Ace. She was in it.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that. How she was in that too. Common was in that too.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that he's in it, man.
Yep,
I
yep.
think that's probably the first movie role I ever saw him in. He didn't say a whole lot, but the persona he was supposed to have for his character, it worked.
I don't know if I like Common as an actor. No disrespect to Common. I like Common a lot. I don't know if I like him as an actor.
Oh, he was gonna be Green Lantern.
I think that'll work for him. I think that would
might
work
have
for
actually
him.
worked for him because they needed somebody who was kind of stern.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and he probably could have.
I think that would've worked
because
for him.
the John Stewart character that I know from the Green Lantern Corps, he's kind of stern because he was a Marine.
But everything else, he's pretty much the same guy.
Yeah, it's
he
like
was
the
in
same-
American Gangster. He was in that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, when he in a Western? I thought he was in a Western. Oh, that's a TV series he's in, dude. I think it's called Hell on Wheels, man. Check
Really?
it out. I
Is
think
it?
he was in the first season. Check it out, man. I thought that was I might be wrong on that. I thought that was
And Run All Night with Liam Neeson.
That's right. He was in that too. I forgot
Bad.
about that.
Don't like it. Didn't like it.
Yeah. Don't feel bad. I mean, I guess Taken was better.
Didn't like it. It's the same. Yeah, that was the same movie, man. Come on, yeah.
Taken 1, 2, 3 was the same day.
And Run All Night.
Same fucking movie.
Oh, Liam, man.
I know, man.
Oh, Liam. If you gonna stay young, keep running like that. You gonna stay young.
Oh, you
gonna
might
stay
as well,
fit.
man. You better keep that
Stay
shit up,
fit.
Hannibal. Keep it up, man. Come on.
What you call Hannibal?
Well, 'cause he was in 18.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he-
Yeah. Yo, I like the 18.
That was a good movie.
They should have made a sequel, but I don't know.
That actually was cool. Like I enjoyed the TV series, and then when they actually had a couple of them from the series in the movie, I
Yeah.
freaked out. I was like, yeah, it made it that much better for me. I enjoyed that, man. Like the scene where Bradley Cooper goes into where he's gonna go tan.
Yeah.
And in the cut scene that they have it on the deleted scene,
Yeah.
the extras, you see the older guy coming out, and that was the
Yeah.
original face. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, that dude came out for that.
And he
role.
was mad that they didn't put it in the show.
In the movie, yeah.
And he wasn't happy about it.
I heard about that, dude. And I think there was another one. It wasn't Mr. T, and the other guy, the old man, he died. The original guy, he passed away. But I think it was the other guy, the one who played the original Murdoch. I think he was in it too.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
remember what role he played, but they were all very minor roles. You know? But it was just cool that they had him in. I was like, look at this shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad they keep that on.
They should have been just happy that they was in it. You know, I mean, like what they made
Yeah.
is legendary.
Well, yeah, it's
You
gonna be
know,
iconic
happy with
until
it.
if you like TV and you like just TV action shows and you like to go back from whatever time to today, then yeah, it's definitely gonna stand the test of time. But once again, I agree, you know, and don't dwell too much. I'm saying, look,
Yeah.
you in the movie, and if you weren't in it, I mean, yeah, if you wouldn't be mad about it, you don't have to make a big stink about
Yeah,
it.
don't make a big old stank.
I mean, just look, you could bitch to your wife and shit. You ain't put me in the movie. I'll call that bitch up and then cuss him out myself, call him up. Hey, why you put me in the movie? Fuck you. You never put me in no more you movies. Well, fine, I'll do you in these ass. All right. Done deal.
There you go.
You know, and
That's
you
it.
have to make a whole sting about it on the internet where everybody don't need to know your business.
Yeah.
That's another thing about the internet I don't like. I don't
Yeah,
give a shit about
and-
everybody's fucking business. I don't
and
care what the
not
hell you had for
the
breakfast. I don't care when you're digging in your nose. I
Right.
don't care whenever you wiping your kid's ass. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. We all have to do things like that.
I think most celebrities would prefer you not to know.
Yeah.
But there's paparazzi, and they all have blogs, and they all work for TMZs and E's.
Oh God, and all those different shows. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, that's another thing I think that's changed a lot over the years since I've been a kid. Because when I was growing up listening to pop, I know you gotta go. But
Yeah.
to me, it was all. If it went on MTV, I didn't know about it. You know, everything was on MTV, and then now MTV is nothing but reality TV. So if it's music, you don't even know about it anymore. It's either the radio now, or you have to go to the internet, and you go to their websites and you download.
It's a lot more niche now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could be you could be an artist and have a couple thousand fans.
Mm-hmm.
But your homeboy from down the street, he got a couple thousand fans too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because everybody likes specific music now. And since the internet is worldwide, you can just pick whoever you like, exactly what you like.
Exactly.
You know, it was more homogenized back in the day because you only had a few avenues to get your music out.
Yeah, and you weren't able to download anything. You know, like before I think like the '90s came, you can download shit. You know, so everybody in the '80s and when CDs came out, that was another big thing. You know, because
When CDs came out, that was a big thing.
oh
Man,
my
Pierce,
God, dude, man. Now, I remember buying records. Okay, and so
I'm making fun of Pierce. I remember when I had cassettes. You know, I remember
still
playing
got
cassettes.
somewhere.
I remember playing cassettes, but I didn't play cassettes for long. I was a little kid playing cassettes. CDs came out when I was a little kid. And I remember that being so convenient. You could skip songs. And
You can go back to it, repeat it.
Yeah,
you know?
yep.
Yeah. So it's awesome. So if you didn't like any of the songs, I could just hit that one, hit it, repeat, and you're good to go. You know.
This episode is gonna be called "Get Off My Lawn." This is the old man episode. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn with your Drakes and your Beyonce.
Your bitches and the pudding pops. And
They're all over there with the 5 seconds of summer and your hula hoops and your Sega Genesis with the 32 bits.
damn kids.
I had 2 bits. I could get a haircut and a remote from the shop.
Damn, I told Billy to kill me years ago and he never did. Damn it, Billy. Kill me.
Oh, Pierce. All right, before we go, thanks to Mr. Jeff for letting me rock out here at Books 2, the comic book shop. Buy all this stuff you see here.
It's all cool stuff, man.
All cool stuff. This is the Warhammer section. I usually record by the comic books, but it was occupied. So come over here, come check it out, buy some stuff. Books 2. Thanks to Mr. Jeff for letting me rock out here.
Thanks a lot, man.
And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, GrasshopperGP, Instagram, GrasshopperGP, both of which spelled normally GrasshopperGP. Instagram and Twitter. Send me an email at grasshoppergp@yahoo.com for the types of sponsorships, advertisements, or if you just have something nice to say about the podcast. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who likes, shares, and views. I really do appreciate it. Keep them views up. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, do all that good stuff. I really, really appreciate it. I can't say that enough. You are listening to this and watching this on Grasshopper GP Official. That's Grasshopper with 3 S's because when I made the account, I couldn't spell.
You fucked up.
Grasshopper GP Official with 3 S's. Only in the YouTube account, 3 S's. Only in the YouTube account. Pixel Creep for Pierce. Check him out on Facebook. And that's it. It's the AquaMethodPodcast. GP, Pierce. Y'all be good.
Later.